Hello, everyone, and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 137, being recorded live on October 31st, 2020. Happy Halloween, everybody!
It's a spook cast.
Whoa, we're obviously all dressed up in our costumes as ourselves.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm a fake fighting game player because I don't play fighting games anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good job.
Anthony, what are you dressed as?
I've got probably closest thing astronaut out of Among Us.
Okay. Fair
Why
enough.
not?
Yeah.
That's like all I've been playing this week, so why not?
I am dressed as someone who doesn't know how to dress for the weather that's in Arizona right now.
It's just hot all the time, isn't it?
No, our mornings are fairly cool and everything, so it's like you can be comfortable in like jeans and like a sweater or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at night, but like in the afternoon area, like it is now, it's like up to like 90, 95 still. Yeah, our temperature delta is insane. It's like a 35-degree swing throughout the day. Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, so.
I mean, it's desert. What do you expect?
I know.
Freezes at night, gets hot during the day.
And I didn't know this until this year, but apparently like the reason why like Arizona cools off so like drastically all of a sudden is because there's usually this like pressure system that comes in from the Pacific Northwest that kind of keeps us down, like pushes us down, and we just kind of stay down with the season, usually around maybe early October or so, mid-October or so. But with the wildfires in that region, that system hasn't really moved in yet, so it's kind of disrupted that.
Okay.
Anyway, that
Interesting.
welcome to a culture of meteorology. Anyway, yeah. Did we say who we were?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well, I'm
fine.
Taylor.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Anthony. But
Okay.
you probably already know that by now because you listen to this podcast like a good human.
Wow. Okay.
I think there's a robot and not actually Anthony here.
Heck yeah, that's not egotistical at all.
I know. All right. Anyway, we of course have a wonderful show lined up to you guys with our, kind of our adjusted schedule. We'll see when we can go back reasonably to a weekly podcast. Maybe it'll be right after the next gen stuff launches, or maybe it'll be next year when things pick up again. But yeah, we're currently just trying to go in with the every other week schedule. So our next podcast after this one will not be on like November 7th or whatever it would be. It'll be the week after that. It'll be yeah. It'll be November
I will be
14th.
streaming all day that day though.
Okay.
Because that is
Dang.
our extra life. My extra life is that week. So I will be attempting to do like 24 hours or so of streaming.
Okay.
Nice.
What games you got planned?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna play a bunch of stuff. I think I'm gonna try to play something new for most of the time. I don't know. Maybe I'll be Watch Dogs Legion.
Okay.
I'll probably do a bunch of Hades runs somewhere in there.
Nice.
What else I got planned? Oh, I got a bunch of these Souls-like games I want to play. I got Remnant from Ashes I want to get back to.
Mm-hmm.
Also Mortal Shell.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I want to play those games and see if I like them.
Hmm.
So yeah, there'll be like a variety, just to kind of whatever my little PC can handle while streaming at the same time. So
Yeah.
should be fun.
Nice.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
and that'll be over on twitch.tv/Duronsky, right?
That is, thank you.
All right. Awesome. So anyway, let's talk about what we've been playing the past couple weeks, as we usually do. So Anthony, what have you been up to the past couple weeks playing?
Well, I mean, these past few weeks, because I'm going overseas in like less than 3 weeks now. Great time to travel, I know, but yeah, I've got permission to, so why not? Basically, I haven't really been playing a whole heap because I've been busy with other things, just getting everything in order before I leave and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, moving across the world is kind of a big deal.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. So basically, I've only been playing Among Us.
Okay.
That's kind of it. Just been like jumping on that every so often. It's like a fun game that you can just like chill out to.
Sure.
I
Are you
just
just playing with
kinda
like
had a hard
randoms and like puppies, or?
Yeah, and a couple of friends as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's pretty funny. I got into a. I mean, it's probably a bad thing to talk about, but got into like a Trump lobby. Like the guy's name was Donald Trump.
Oh boy.
That was hilarious. I'll tell you what, that was pretty funny.
Oh, did he,
Was
like,
he on? Oh, he's not on voice, obviously. So
Did you just
No, no,
role
no,
play a
it's-
character the entire time?
He's like role playing Trump basically.
Okay.
And yeah, there's like lots of like racism and stuff going around that server, but
Wow.
fantastic.
Okay.
not so much from him, but like from other people. And
Sure.
whatnot. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Anytime
it's-
you have a easy to like type system, people are just gonna
Yeah.
Yeah.
use it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So that was pretty hilarious, and I've probably played like 5 to 7 hours of that, like over the past
Nice.
couple of weeks.
Okay.
Aside from that, what else have I been playing? Dang, I haven't really been playing a whole heap. I have been playing some Rogue Company here and there,
Mm-hmm.
every so often. That's like got all the doc stuff in it, which we've already talked about.
Yeah.
They're still kind of supporting that game here and there, like pushing some bug fixes and whatnot, which is good to see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to get back into Apex too, because that's coming to Steam very shortly.
Is there like a
And
new
the
map coming
reason-
out soon?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so, yeah.
With a new
It's
character.
called like Hex or something, isn't it? I think.
I have no idea what it's called.
Mm,
Olympus, I
weird.
thought I saw. something
Yeah.
called Olympus.
Okay. Maybe the character's called Hex.
Okay.
Anyway, so basically the reason why I fell out of that was because of how EA is and like EA Play and all that kind of stuff, like like their PC dashboard kind of situation. People can't. I mean, not many people use it, so not many people play on like Australian servers for Apex.
Oh, gotcha.
So you're like waiting 3, 4, 5 minutes to find a match, like during a weekend or during like weeknights and stuff, and it's pretty annoying.
Mhm.
So them moving it to Steam, which they've moved quite a lot of other stuff to Steam as well, is probably a very good move on their part. I would say it's probably going to spike players and whatnot as well, which is going to be good to see.
Sure.
That game is still very much alive. It's still being supported and going strong, but they just need a bit of an uptick in players is all, and they'll be all set. It's still a very good game.
Is that the same time it comes to Switch as well?
I think so, yeah.
Probably.
Jump back in, just destroy the Switch people.
Play on Switch, yeah.
Right.
Could be a good time.
Yeah.
Are they going to do? I don't know if they're doing crossplay.
I don't know. I know they're doing crossplay. I don't know if Switch is included in the crossplay stuff though.
I mean, they need to get on that. That's been out for like a year and a bit now, almost 2 years.
I was gonna say it's coming up on 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard to
they
believe.
need to get on it. Yeah, but that's basically it for me this week.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually jump onto Steam. I've like selling my PS4 and everything.
Oh, wow.
Because that's gotta go.
Are you transporting
so-
your PC over? Or...
Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna. It's
All right,
actually
so-
funny.
Oh, okay.
It's actually funny. So basically, what happened was with this case that I currently have. Okay, this is kind of a bit of the story for you. With this case that I currently have, right? I paid around $300 for it, right?
Yeah.
So it's a Corsair, like proper.
Yeah. No, it's like
cr-
the Crystal 570X or...
Yeah, 570X. Yeah,
I know that because I
Um,
helped you pick it out.
very
So you're
true.
wondering why I just randomly know Anthony's case. Yeah.
So basically, for the same case in the US, okay,
It's like 130, 140.
AUD, like Australian dollars, right?
Mhm.
It's 69 USD,
Yikes.
which is 109 AUD, and I paid 309, I think, for mine. So it's like 3 times cheaper.
Mhm.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy that again.
Okay.
Because basically what I'm doing is like gutting my PC, putting it all in a box, shipping it. I'm not actually transporting it with me. I'm
Okay.
just gonna ship it with like registered post and whatnot, so then it's tracked.
Yeah. Make sure your
And-
GPU is out of the motherboard.
Yeah, well,
Make sure your
Yeah, I would
GPU is like a separate part.
Take
Yeah,
it
I'm probably
all
gonna-
apart, right?
I've got like all the original boxes and stuff, so I'm probably just gonna box them all up.
Okay. Yeah, not
Put them in
bad
a big
idea.
box and
Put them in bubble
spend like
wrap.
$200 on shipping.
Oh. Yeah.
No, not quite.
Again,
But yeah,
moving
so-
across the world is not something you do overnight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
At least when you get to the US, you won't have to worry about a lack of Apex Legends players.
Very true.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
be
your
dead.
and your
though,
League of
for, like, a
Legends
week.
pain will be like good now.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we've
When we
actually
play.
got decent internet. We've got
Yeah.
like 500 down,
Oh wow.
Nice.
so a bit better than 40, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, a little bit better.
All right, Andrew, what have you been playing?
I have been playing. I fired up Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah, that
which
came
come
out. Okay.
a couple days ago. Just a quick side note: my significant other, she works for Ubisoft. She does not work on that game or hasn't worked on that game, but she's an
Nice.
employee there, so she gets codes.
Yeah.
So, anywho, I've fired up. I probably played like I don't know, the intro plus a little bit more, probably like I don't know, an hour more.
Okay.
I like the setup in the beginning. It's kind of neat. like the whole hacking stuff. It's kind of cheesy
Right.
and like silly. But then you get into like the actual world, and it's just kind of, I don't know even where to start with this game. It's like sad. Like you're just seeing like just police beat up random people. You're like, oh, it's too real, man.
The hell?
I know. But then you can just do like silly stuff, like, oh, I just like distracted this dude and then ran him over with his own car.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah,
Nice.
if you want. I mean, right? Like it's
Like
just
GTA almost. I don't know.
well,
Yeah.
no, like you don't even have to. It's kind of there's some cool stuff. So like
Okay.
the hacking stuff is with the phone. Like you'll hold like the left bumper, and like you can hack something. And like with cars, you can make them go forward or backward. This guy just happened to be perfectly lined up with his big gigantic like SUV, so I just like backed him, just ran him over with his own car, like
Okay.
without even getting in.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's neat. So basically, I don't know. I played 2 and I like 2.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem that different in terms of like gameplay. You're just
Okay.
kind of sneaking around a lot, hacking.
Sure.
You know, going here, hacking this thing, going there, hacking that so far. I don't have a ton of
Okay.
stuff. Like I have like the spider gadget, which is kind of cool. Like I said, I'm not far, like very far, so I haven't experienced all like the cool stuff if there is. The main mechanic is like there's no protagonist, so you're like getting just random people like off the street, like, oh, you can look at their profile. This person was a boxer, so they're good at melee combat.
Sure.
And or whatever. Or this person's a banker, so you just make more money. And this lawyer will help if your guys get arrested. You can get them out of jail faster.
Yeah.
So there's some like neat stuff. I kind of like just like looking at people's like information and like maybe recruiting them if they have like cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I also think the really neat thing about this game is they have permadeath. If you want to turn permadeath on, like
Yeah.
your dude can just die.
Oh, okay.
And they're done.
So
Like,
don't
you
get too attached. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's kind of like XCOM-ish. Like you can kind of create your own narrative for the characters.
Yeah.
There's like a video on that, like if all your operatives died, like what happens, and it's basically dead sec failed, try again, and then they like send you back to a very earlier part of the game.
Yeah. So I haven't even got to the part yet where like there's a certain story mark where
Sure.
you have to get to in order to like be able to the permadeath to kick in, I guess.
Sure.
I hadn't even got there yet. But yeah, if you like lose all your operators, it's just game overs, which I think is like could be extremely frustrating.
Right.
But B, like a cool concept that like not people. It like reminds you of like Kojima. Like if you die, then it'll
Die in the
corrupt your
game, die in real
save.
life.
Time
Yeah.
paradox. Yeah.
Yeah, something like stupid like
Yeah.
that.
Sure.
It's fine. It is a little kind of just open world. Like you're gonna get in this car and drive here.
Okay.
Like traversal isn't necessarily cool yet. I don't know. Maybe I've seen people fly around on like some cool things, so maybe that's better later.
That's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. But right now, like just get the cars feel a little funky. Combat is it's not great. You just pretty generous auto aim. You snap onto people and shoot them with your electric pistol or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
What are you
it's fine.
playing on?
PS4, yeah.
Sure.
It's a little choppy. Frame rate's a little rough. What I've noticed. Nothing like unplayable, but like in some of the cutscenes and stuff, you can just kind of. And I don't even think I have like a great eye for that stuff. Maybe I notice it now more because I have a much larger TV with like a 60 hertz, refresh rate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I can kind of tell these things a little bit more instead of on my little
Yeah,
tiny
sure.
32-inch.
Yeah.
College TV.
Sure.
So yeah, it is a little rough. So hopefully they fix it up. I've seen some really beautiful stuff. With like the ray tracing, like there was this like building that was just like reflecting. It was crazy. I would highly recommend if you want to see like some really cool looking ray tracing, look up like the Watch Dogs Legion ray tracing. It's pretty marvelous.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll have probably more to talk about that in a couple weeks.
Okay.
When I actually put some time into it. But the game I've been playing a lot of is Hades. That game remains extremely good.
Is that a roguelike? Okay.
It's a roguelike where you're escaping Hades. I talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Super good. I've cleared it now like 4 times or 5 times.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I've got a bunch of clears. I got like 4 in a row right now. So I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling myself.
Okay.
So yeah, game's super good. If you haven't played Hades, I highly recommend it. It's on Switch. So if you want a good like roguelike, you could probably throw a podcast on and just murder stuff. Super good.
Nice. Okay.
That's been it. Yeah.
All right. Well, the past couple weeks for me, actually, I should just say really the past week for me, because the week before I didn't really play too much of anything. But this past week, Genshin Impact. I have fallen into that.
Oh, you
really
you got
hard.
into it, eh?
Yeah,
you fucking smack last time.
I know. It is. Yeah, it has got me. It has got me. Man.
Literally
Yeah?
gotcha.
Yeah. Literally got you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Any sick pulls?
No, I haven't pulled like anything legendary or anything yet. I've barely hit the gacha, like past what like the game just gives you to like introduce it to you, or just like whatever you might get for all like the promotional stuff going on right now for it. Then I have not like spent money or anything on the game.
Right. I heard they give you a decent amount.
Yeah, it's like I don't feel like disadvantaged or anything. It was kind of weird though. So like Sunday or Monday when I really sat down to play it, it was you know, it was like, I said I'd left off, and it's like I'd barely just gotten through the opening cutscene, and then, Paimon, your, like, navigation fairy spoke in third person. I was like, oh, okay, done. No. So I played a little bit more, but, the game doesn't, like, lock any sort of, like, mobility out from you, from the beginning, so you didn't, like, climb walls and stuff, like Breath of the Wild style, stuff like that, right off the bat. And so I missed the story, like, a story trigger, because I was supposed to follow the path forward, but instead of following the path forward, I just kind of like went up off a cliff and over to the side and like around the trigger and everything. And so I like maxed out my level as much as I could. Like I got to like level 20 before even like advancing the very first quest, just like going around exploring stuff. I'd maxed out my weapon as much as you could at the time and everything before even going to first. And then just by happenstance, I happened to like just accidentally run into the trigger. And then like the game started teaching me a bunch of stuff I had already just like figured out the past few hours just playing and going around. So
good job.
So I mean,
Reminds me
that's
of my like, Breath of the Wild thing where I missed the guy who like lets you upgrade your inventory.
Oh, okay.
So I just had like 5 weapons for like the entire game. It was
okay.
So nightmare.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like the game so far, actually.
Okay,
it is actually a really good RPG. Its style, I really liked, like, visually and everything. It's like Breath of the Wild with a dose of anime to it. Although it's not quite, like, as exaggerated as, like, an actual, like, Japanese, like, anime style would be for a game and everything. Because, okay, so the game is Chinese and is, like, overtly, exceedingly Chinese and everything, which isn't like a bad thing or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, and it's like the style that's in like Genshin for like the character and everything. I'm starting to see a lot in some of the China animes that I've been watching and everything.
Yeah,
so,
what was that one that you put me onto? That anime?
King's Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a little bit.
It kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, a little bit of an article about it. So yeah, it's like in the Chinese like animation style tends to be a little bit less exaggerated than like the Japanese one. So yeah, but it is like Chinese anime, or it's like Breath of the Wild with a drop of Chinese anime style to it. So that's pretty fun. And then like I absolutely love the landscapes and everything they have for it, because especially the Liu region, I think it's called, or something like that. It's like the second big region you get to, and like the only other region. I think it's technically the largest, then past like the starting area of like Mondstadt or whatever. But yeah, that area is all like very like Chinese landscape-esque and everything, like classical like Chinese landscape-esque. And it reminds me a lot of Pandaria for World of Warcraft, and like Mists of Pandaria. The World of Warcraft expansion is like probably my favorite WoW expansion of all time, mostly because of like the landscape and everything that I had and whatnot. And also, it was like the last time I seriously played WoW, so got some good memories going back there. And then the soundtrack is absolutely gorgeous too. Yeah. So anyway, that was also a big reason why I liked Pandaria. But anyway, yeah. So Genshin is fun. I'm like level adventure rank 20 right now, I think. Which is
that's pretty high, right?
Yeah, it's decently up there,
So,
I think.
What's the rank you need to be for co-op?
12 or
17,
15?
I think. 16, 17, yeah.
I think it's 16, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I have not
How
played
long did it
co-op
take you to
yet.
get there? Just for curiosity's sake.
I don't have like an hour count. Maybe, I'd like to say maybe 15 hours or so, 14 hours.
Okay,
Oh,
so it is pretty significant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a decent chunk in, and it really depends on how you play and everything. If you like beeline quests and everything, you can probably accelerate things a little bit higher, and if you play a little bit more optimally than I've been doing everything. But like I just get like distracted really easily and don't like do that exploration stuff. And it's like you do get rewarded a little bit of like adventure XP for exploration, but not really that much, especially once you get up there and everything. So yeah.
That's good though. Yeah, that's the type of game you want to have. Like, you want to be able to get lost, right? You want to be able to discover stuff. So.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
The only thing I kind of find with it is the world feels a little bit empty. Like it doesn't have a whole heap of character to it.
Yeah, I would like there to be a lot more people like in the cities and like going around and everything.
And even like animals and stuff running around.
Yeah, cool. Most of what you see in the world, honestly, are enemies.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so that's a similar criticism for Breath of the Wild also. Like,
yeah, I was going to say it's very similar. Like you get the random person walking occasionally.
Yeah.
Or like when you're in the city, there's like one person in the shop.
Yeah.
I have actually, this is like totally off topic, totally off track.
Okay.
That with like a 27-hour trip coming up, if I wanted to like use my Switch, right? Switch lasts like 4 hours playing Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Okay? If you're lucky, I've got like a Switch Lite, right? How the heck do you keep it charged? Like,
they have
they
have things.
Yeah, most planes for that long of a flight will have like an actual like power cord to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them will have it like in between the seats.
Yeah.
Sure.
In fact, I haven't even, like when I flew from here in Arizona over to New York, it's like they had it on there too. So
if it's over like 3 or 4, if it's over like 5 hours,
yeah.
Also, you could get it if you really wanted to. You could get like a power bank and just
go off there.
Well, I do have one, but it's not like specific Nintendo-based power bank.
I don't think you need
a
specific. I don't think they make a specific Nintendo one.
Yeah, I know there's like you can find like recommendations for the Switch and everything. They have like a certain USB-C spec that Nintendo has. So
I could easily see it not working. Like, I get it. Like, like it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
I could easily see it not working, but I think for the most part it works on a bunch of them.
Interesting. Okay. That was totally random, but continue.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, Genshin Impact is a lot of fun so far. I think I'm just about done with the prologue like quest chain or whatever. It's like it's only like 3 quests long, but the quests are much lengthier than the other quests and everything. And also they also like level gate you a little bit or whatever. So it's like I think I had to be like level 18 or adventure level 18 to be the like get like the third quest going and everything for it or whatever, and then it's like I had to be like adventure level 12 to get the second one. So yeah, and that's part of the reason why the exploration like time progresses so well in that game is because you have to go out and explore and like do stuff in the world to continue the main quest like that. So
is there a lot of content in that game? I know it's early right now, early access or something, right?
It's not early access, it's at least in 1.0. I know 1.1 is coming out really soon.
It is. I think when I was playing, it was early access, which was like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Unless they've updated it, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I know it's like I don't think it's in early access right now. I think it's like out. Yeah.
Cool.
But there's like enough content for like I don't know, like 50 hours, 60 hours probably right now, or
that might be a little bit 50 to 60 hours might be a little bit of a stretch. It depends on how much you go like into the like dungeon content with people and whatnot, stuff like that. For me, there's probably only around 30 hours worth of content, I would estimate, though. Although I haven't hit a dead end yet. But I'm just saying, just based on how I think things are going right now, I would say that's where it will fall.
I guess people would probably make more hours for themselves by getting the character they want, right? Like, I want this character, so I'm gonna grind a thing, right?
Or like grinding for like weapons and everything to craft and everything. Like the bulk of my time the past couple hours has been spent going around the world getting 2 different types of like minerals or whatever to bring to the blacksmith to craft this claymore for one of my characters. So I actually got it this morning, so it's pretty good.
Good job.
Thank you.
For a free-to-play game, it's pretty.
I'd say it's pretty meaty. I'd say it's pretty meaty in terms of content for a free-to-play game.
It's not on Switch, right?
I don't think so.
Yes.
Oh, it is?
I think it's on PS4.
I believe.
PC.
I think it's coming to Switch.
Oh, it's on phone. So
you would
that's
think,
probably
right?
just
Yeah.
the way to do it.
Yeah.
Although your phone probably gets like super hot. When you play.
Mine runs just fine.
It's on Switch.
Yeah. Okay.
It is on Switch? Okay.
It's on Switch, yeah.
It would probably
there
translate
you
really
go.
well to a Switch game. Yeah.
I wonder how the is there like cloud saving and stuff?
It's cross-platform at least. I think it's close enough to an MMO that just like saves wherever you're going, pretty much with the server. And when you log in, because like my phone and PC at least are like on the same level for the account and everything. Sure. Yeah, so it's like I can like be on PC, stop in the middle of nowhere and then come back to the middle of nowhere on my phone or whatever. then a couple hours later.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much been it for me. I know Sekiro had an update on the 29th. I haven't checked that out quite yet. Maybe that'll be tomorrow thing to do.
But I think
the one with the
Doom,
boss,
actually...
boss one.
Sorry, go on.
It's like the boss rush, the outfit stuff, yeah.
I think Doom Eternal just dropped their story DLC.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a decently chunky update for
the old gods or something like that. Something to have to do with like.
Where are we? Doom Eternal update
Something
queued.
like that, I think.
Tell me how big it is. It doesn't tell me. Okay, that's nice. But yeah, that was supposed to be coming out like November 3rd or 1st or something. So I know it's very soon to come out if it's not already out.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to check out.
All right. Well, I think that'll about wrap up the little intro segment. But before we move on to the news, we of course have housekeeping stuff to do. So the main site is cultureofgaming.com. News, reviews, if there were any reviews that were coming out or anything, stuff like that, all that fun stuff. And then on the right-hand side sidebar, you can find a link to the community Discord. You can chat with everyone you see on the podcast and pretty much all the other COD staff. So go hit us up over there about pretty much whatever. And then Facebook, we have two Facebook pages, one for the main site and one for the podcast. They are facebook.com/the COD Network and facebook.com/PowerUpPodcast, respectively. And then Twitter @the COD Network, Instagram @Culture of Gaming, YouTube.com/Culture of Gaming. And there on our YouTube channel, you can find a video repository of all the previously recorded podcasts. If you want to check out the podcasts in the video form, go ahead and hit us up over there on our YouTube channel. And then if you'd like to listen to an audio repository of all the previously reported podcasts, head on over to wherever you get podcasts pretty much. Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Pocket Casts, Podcast Addicts, Amazon now. We're everywhere. Okay, so go check us out, whatever your preferred podcast platform is. And you have like almost 3 years worth of... Jesus.
Jeepers.
Yeah, almost 3 years worth of like week-to-week gaming news, discussion, and commentary. So, yeah, hit us up over there. That was a quick housekeeping segment. I'm being efficient. Okay. This jumping right into the news here. This happened a couple weeks ago, but we've pulled stories together from the past couple weeks as we've been off, just because how things been going. So the first one that we're going to talk about is, you guys might remember this. This article was written on Friday, October 23rd, 2020. The creative director for Google Stadia basically suggests that game streamers and everything should pay royalties to the game developers for the games they stream, because it would basically legitimize the industry, and that's how every other entertainment industry works, like movies, music, stuff like that. So, reading a little bit from the article, Google has distanced itself from a key individual in its Stadia games business following backlash against his views on streamers expressed via Twitter. Alex Hutchinson, creative director of Stadia Games and Entertainment's Montreal studio, formerly known as Typhoon Studios, commented on Twitch's recent clampdown on videos using copyrighted music, suggesting that streaming gameplay is a similar violation. He said, quote, "Streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they used music they didn't pay for should be more worried by the fact that they're streaming games they didn't pay for as well. It's all gone as soon as publishers decides to enforce it. The real truth is the streamers should be paying the developers and publishers of the games they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content they use." The tweets received a negative response from various corners of the industry, and even Google has spoken out against him. Speaking to 9to5 Google, a spokesperson for Google said, "The recent tweets by Alex Hutchinson do not reflect those of Stadia, YouTube, or Google." And then, meanwhile, Google's global head of gaming for YouTube, Ryan Watt, tweeted, "We believe that publishers and creators have a wonderful symbiotic relationship that has allowed a thriving ecosystem to be created, one that has mutually benefited everyone. YouTube is focused on creating value for creators, publishers, and users. All ships rise when we work together." Yeah, and that's pretty much it. All right, Andrew, this seems to disturb you greatly.
I mean, it's just a weird take. I mean, it's not a weird take, I guess, if your business is streaming games, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
But I guess this person's not actually head of Stadia. They're just a head of a studio.
Yeah, they're a creative director for Stadia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because I could see the argument for it.
Yeah.
But video games are this weird thing that they're not movies, right? You can't just stream it and get the same stuff from it, right?
Right.
It's like it's the same with music. You hear it, like games are something that someone plays, and maybe that encourages someone else to go, that looks cool, I want to play it too, right? Like
Yeah.
and then buy it.
Yeah.
Whereas like I don't know, the internet with with music, like I just go to YouTube and find a version of the song, or somewhere you can find movies on the internet, I'm sure, pretty easily too.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird.
Okay. Anthony.
Okay, so with I might bring my microphone a bit closer. That's better. With Stadia being, let's just admit it, it's a failure, right? It failed.
It's not a great service.
It's not. Yeah,
it failed. It sucks.
It's a commercial
not many
failure,
people
at
are
least.
using it.
Yeah.
Basically, typical Google product. But basically, like you would think that they want to try and make friends with everybody, right? Try and get as many people excited about Stadia as possible.
Yeah.
To go out and say, hey, streamers, you suck. You should be paying developers like us money, kind of thing. It's kind of egotistical, and it's kind of ignorant as well, I think, because streamers are influencers at the end of the day.
Right.
So like someone like Ninja or Tim the Tatman or whoever, Dr. Lupo, Disrespect, Dr. Disrespect. They're influencers. So like if Call of Duty,
the Twitch doctors.
Twitch doctors.
Twitch doctors.
Well, not a YouTube doctor, excuse you.
Yeah,
YouTube and Twitch doctor.
Yeah, sorry.
But like if Call of Duty, for instance, wants to partner with basically, Doc or like Tim the Tatman, which they do. That's what they do, apart from they dropped Doc recently because of his whole Twitch scandal. Basically, that's their right. They have every right to do that. And these influencers hype the game a lot. Like a lot of people are playing Warzone because of Tim, because of
so
Doc.
So basically the argument they are making is that you think that the essentially free advertising that like Activision might get for Call of Duty with a Doc playing their game or whatever outweighs any sort of like way to go after them for, it's like, hey, you need a license to stream our game.
It's the same as reviews. Like if we're reviewing a game, it's exactly the same thing. I mean, if we review the game and we have, let's say, 10,000 people look at a review, those 10, and it's a positive review, those 10,000 people
are positively influenced.
Will then be interested in buying that game because it's good.
Yeah.
So it's the benefit outweighs the negative. This is how a lot of companies nowadays do their marketing. Like they kind of cut out other marketing expenses, give a game to a streamer. Bang.
It's
that.
I don't know.
There's so many weird things. Like look at Among Us and like Fall Guys.
Yeah.
Those games, like, not a lot of people heard of Among Us until recently, and all of a sudden it's like probably one of the best sellers on Steam.
All thanks to Twitch. Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Exactly. Exactly. It's like a lot of Game Pass games, like smaller indie Game Pass games. They get picked up by streamers, even if they're playing them on PC or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, this game's on Game Pass, blah, blah, blah. Let's go play it. That kind of stuff. So,
I don't think you're going to get an indie studio to be like, yeah, you got to pay me royalties. I can see it with like a big studio. That kind of makes sense, I guess. But not with like a small studio.
Yeah. So, okay. I don't entirely disagree, like, with what he's getting at here.
Taylor, how far you've fallen.
No,
I mean, I get it.
Hear me out. Yeah, like, I don't entirely disagree with what he's saying here and everything. Like, I kind of, like, okay, so how should I put this, I guess?
Like, logistically, it makes sense.
Yeah, like,
what he is saying makes sense.
Right, logistically, it makes sense. It is legal, at least under the current U.S., like, copyright law and everything, right? It is legal. In fact, there was, if you guys remember, there was kind of an instance of this a few years ago when Nintendo, like, clamped down on Let's Players and everything, and they got an appropriate community backlash against it, and everything for it. So, it's like, I guess how I should frame this is, like, I kind of feel for the developers that put out, like, a very experiential game and everything, something that's very, like, narrative-driven, like, I don't know, something that's, like, Life is Strange or, like, The Walking Dead or something like that being played on Twitch or whatever, where it's, like, you can essentially get the same experience for, like, The Walking Dead and everything, or, games like that, heavily narrative-based games like that, by watching someone play it on Twitch or whatever. But then, as with a game like Among Us or something, that argument doesn't quite hold up because so much of the content in Among Us is based on the people playing it, and then the game itself is just sort of like the medium or the backdrop for those people and everything.
Right, the setting, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the setting that those people have those interactions in. It's the setting that the entertainment is taking place in. Because the entertainment is the people playing it, not necessarily the game itself. Because I mean, Among Us is fairly boring as like a video game. You know, it's like the
it's
real
very
like
simple,
the very fun stuff comes from like the discussions and the accusations and everything you have.
I'm not sitting here be like, man, I really want to connect those wires again.
I know, right? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was just like always like moan about having to swipe the admin card at the beginning of every round, you know? Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, that's not what I think. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I wouldn't necessarily be upset if developers of like, you know, games like The Walking Dead or whatever would clamp down on what's displayed on YouTube or Twitch, just because that's more directly lost sales for them and everything. It's like, hey, if you want to experience what we put out, please actually buy the game and not just watch someone put it out. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Mm.
Like we said, like I think the guy makes sense in a weird way.
Yeah.
But like,
I think
it just doesn't. It just doesn't feel right.
This probably isn't a discussion you should bring up when you're limited to like 240 characters.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
Like there are things to talk about on Twitter, and there are things to not, and copyright ethics are not something you should talk about on Twitter.
It just comes off as like, I don't know, like obviously they're corporations, but it comes off so corporate. Like, you should be paying me money to play my game.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
like it just comes off so stiff and so business-like that it just doesn't. It just seems icky.
Right.
I mean, you can kind of see it from both perspectives, but to me,
like,
the positives of influencer marketing outweigh the negatives of, hey, buy my game and then do your marketing.
I would even say like the argument that I was making doesn't even apply to like Call of Duty or whatever, though, right?
Well, I mean,
just because
Fortnite as well.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily apply to Fortnite either. Just because like, I'd say it's like if a game is more like heavily vested in the narrative than it is like gameplay and everything, then it's like that kind of makes sense to like clamp down on the like streaming or whatever. But if it's like, even if it's just like Call of Duty or something where it's like obviously the gameplay, like so much of the worth of that game comes from the experience you have playing it and everything, it doesn't really hurt anyone if, you know, Doc is playing it.
Yeah. I mean, for your narrative-driven games, that more comes down to like your YouTubers like PewDiePie, you know, Jacksepticeye, that kind of stuff, because they play a lot of like Phasmophobia and is Phasmophobia, is that what it's called?
The new ghosty one.
Yeah,
no idea.
Something like that.
Okay,
something like that. PewDiePie was recently playing Amnesia Remastered or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know, Jack was playing God of War, and like I think the thing is, you see these people playing it, and even if I think the key here is even if you see them play through the game, you still kind of want to do it yourself. So it's like, gee, this looks really cool. Like you might watch a 20-minute episode of God of War, and then bang, gee, I want to play this, and then you go out and do it. So,
I mean, I had that exact thing with Valorant the other day. I was watching some people play Valorant, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta reinstall Valorant.
Oh, it seems pretty fun. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
yeah,
it's a weird situation. I even think with the narrative stuff, like people are there's just gonna be random accounts that are just gonna upload the cutscenes or whatever without any commentary anyway.
Right.
Like, you know, like the things that you're trying to protect are probably gonna get out there.
Okay.
If you're trying to protect,
it might not even be worth it to let you enforce it, really. Yeah.
I think, right? Because I definitely watched like some things where it's just like, I don't want to play through this. I just kind of want to get the general story. And, you know, it's condensed to an hour and a half or, you know, 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll watch this. And I'm like, oh, neat. I didn't want to play that game, but I wanted to see your story DLC.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like, I probably shouldn't have done that, but like, whatever. It's there and exists.
Right. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Okay.
So, but stuff like that is where I could easily see like, that stuff shouldn't be allowed because you're not actually playing the game.
Right.
But it's going to be there anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Again, it might not even be worth it to like clamp down on people and everything just from a business standpoint, you know, like.
And even if they did charge a thing, you wouldn't make it public, I don't think, right? Like just do it behind the scenes, like charge your big creators, you know, or something like that, or you know, get a contract where you pay them up front and then they get. I don't know. I'm not a business person, so
right. Yes.
I'm sure there's ways to make it work.
Yeah.
But it seems good now. I don't see that. I mean, obviously, like I said, I'm not a businessman, but it doesn't seem like there's a big, like, negative.
I think the ecosystem is just fine now, like the way
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
like I don't know, we don't exactly see companies complaining that it's like, oh, people aren't buying the game, like not enough people are buying the game because they just watch their YouTuber play it or whatever, right? You know?
There's
Yeah.
like Bandai Namco was like trying to make that argument.
Yeah.
Like a lot for like Persona 5. I know they're
Yeah.
they're all weird.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Rogue Company is a good example as well. Like with how they've added in like the dock map and whatnot.
Mhm.
You know, that skin is hella overpriced. Right?
Yeah.
$35, right?
Kind of insane.
Buy a dock skin, just a skin.
Yeah.
But then whenever you play a match, at least one person's got the skin. So
you're not even
and
guaranteed
these are-
that character either.
Right.
I mean, yeah. So it's like, imagine how much money they've made off that, and they're a small game. So I think influencing isn't going to go away anytime soon.
No,
I don't
no,
think
definitely
a fee's
not.
gonna.
I think
Gonna
that's
come up,
also a very good like example of the game profiting off of the streamer, because like Rogue Company, you've seen like some other people play it, but it hasn't been this huge massive thing. But it's got a nice dedicated fan base because they seem to be very friendly with their community and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. Think that about covers it. So because if we keep going, I think we will have time for other stuff. But we'll get to some other stuff that we got here. So all right. Is anyone here excited for Cyberpunk?
I want to play that game.
Yes, I want to see more gameplay first. Like I want to watch it in motion a lot more first before.
Oh, so you want to watch a streamer play the game?
True. Yeah.
Yeah. No, exactly. Did I just like self-defeat my own argument there? I don't know. I guess maybe I was more like I guess I should say it's like more arguing for like visual novel style games almost, right? Where it's just like it'd be the same as if like somebody scanned a slideshow of like manga pages onto YouTube or whatever. You know, if they're playing like more of a visual novel game, then So I guess that's more my argument and everything. So okay, but yes, okay. I don't know. I would want to see Cyberpunk in motion a bit more before. Anyway.
I don't know if I do.
Okay.
Because like I feel like everything I've seen in motion is just not doing it for me. I like the aesthetic a lot, right?
Oh yeah,
So
the aesthetic, the atmosphere, it all seems great, right? The systems, the concept. Yeah.
Put the horse blinders on and just pick it up and see what it's like. Maybe I'll enjoy it more.
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah. Your excitement might have to hold out another like a month longer because, well, lo and behold, Cyberpunk 2077 delayed again. What is this, like the third or fourth time? Fifth?
I think it's his fourth release date, I think.
Jesus, okay.
That's my guess.
Delayed to December. Today being October 27th, 2020, and by the way, this is coming to us from twinfinite.net, our favorite friendly competitor. Today, Cyberpunk 2077 developer CD Projekt Red announced that the massively anticipated RPG has been delayed again. Why am I getting a text message? It's Maddie with Martha's team. Did you see Martha's note from this evening? We can't forget to vote on November 3rd. I'm getting so many freaking political text messages.
So that's a lot.
Yeah, anyway, sorry.
We just had our state election, and it was very similar here.
So delays.
Cyberpunk has been delayed yet again. The biggest factor in the delay, according to the developer's announcement shared below via Twitter, is making sure that the game runs smoothly on its many platforms, including compatibility for PS5 and Xbox Series X. That being said, the developer, of course, promises that it'll be an amazing game. This was announced through Cyberpunk's Twitter, of course. They were, instead of doing it in a tweet, they released like a picture of a longer statement in like the Cyberpunk fluorescent yellow, stuff like that. And it says, "Hey everyone, today we've decided to move the release date of Cyberpunk 2077 by 21 days. The new release is December 10th. Most likely there are many emotions and questions in your head, so first and foremost, please accept our humble apologies. The biggest challenge for us right now is shipping the game on current next-gen and PC at the same time, which requires us to prepare and test 9 versions of it." Okay, wow. Yeah.
9?
Yeah. Xbox One / X, Xbox Series S and X, PS4 and PS4 Pro, compatibility on PS5, PC, Stadia, while working from home. Since 2077 evolved almost being towards a next-gen title somewhere along the way, we made sure everything works well and every version runs smoothly. Yeah.
Yikes.
Damn.
It's also important to note that this game went gold like not that long ago.
Yeah.
Meaning they printed it to a disc.
Yes. They say, some of you might also be wondering what these words mean. Lino is saying that we achieved our gold master some time ago, as you were just bringing up. Passing certification, or going gold, means the game is ready, can be completed, and has all content in it, but doesn't mean we stop working on it and raising the quality bar. On the contrary, this is a time where many improvements are being made, which will then be distributed via a day 0 patch. Oh... This is the time period we undercalculated. We feel
this game must be in rough shape.
Yeah, have an amazing game on our hands. Are willing to make every decision, even the hardest ones. But ultimately, leads to you doing a video full of love yours. Adam Badowski and Marcin Fulstein. They're the studio heads for CD Projekt Red.
Listen, I'm gonna just say, I think I need some flex tape.
Slap that on there.
What's up?
Slap that on that thing. Some flex tape.
Oh yeah, because it's leaking.
Flex tape, you know? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they went gold, right? Which usually, obviously, not everything doesn't matter. Gold, there's always day 1 patches, right?
Yeah.
But to go gold, then to probably have a day 1 patch, and then get delayed again, it's like, man, there must be
so they can work more on the day 1 patch. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
This must be in rough shape.
I wonder if you can launch the game without the day 1 patch.
You probably can.
And see how it is.
If you're like not connected to the internet.
Yeah, like disconnect your PS5.
Somewhere somebody will get a hold of this game, right?
Yeah.
Like it's on a disc. Someone will get a copy of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Disconnect everything and pop it in there and see what it looks like.
Just what the hell happened.
I want to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
To be honest.
This is a shame. Hold on. Excuse me, sorry, I had to sneeze there. Yeah. So people were rightfully upset. Obviously, we say no, we don't condone death threats to the developers or anything, right? So please stop death threatening CD Projekt Red. Okay, they're good people. It is like at the end of the day, it is just a video game, you know. So
and those are humans.
Yes, yeah. So anyway, there's a little bit more to this story that's coming to us from nerdstash.com. I'm pretty sure we've experimented with their WordPress theme before. Anyway, Cyberpunk 2077 devs found out about latest delay on Twitter.
Okay.
If a report from Game Informer writer Liana Rupert is accurate, the bigger story is that most of the people working on the game weren't told ahead of the official announcement. Instead, the team at large found out at the same time we all did through the tweet on Cyberpunk's Twitter. 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks to the day after CD Projekt Red higher-ups promised Cyberpunk 2077 isn't being delayed again. The same higher-ups announced it being pushed back to December. Yeah, this is coming from, so somebody said, I'm so confused. What's really happening? And, the official Twitter for Cyberpunk said, no more delays are happening. This is where the meme where it's like the commas are important, where it's like, no, comma, more delays are happening, kind of in hindsight. But anyway, that's not what really happened. It's kind of a meme.
I feel like this is it's a telling story that there's not that communication is not there.
Okay, yeah.
The team did not know that this was getting delayed.
Right, yeah.
It's your typical... Yeah, sorry, go.
Rupert pointed out there are conflicting reports about crunch culture as it exists in the company being CD Projekt Red, of course. Some former employees claim it's very real. Others say the work environment is quite pleasant. Of course, the issue... I feel like that depends on what department you're in. Like, I feel like the art department is just trying to chill in every day now, but, bud testers and, bud patchers are probably just, 22-hour shifts, yeah. Coffee.
PR and marketing is probably losing their minds.
Yeah, of course the issue here isn't about crunch. It's about the company reportedly blindsiding a majority of the Cyberpunk devs. No one on that staff thought their work was done on November 19th. However, it seems probable there was still a tangible sense of excitement as the calendar moved closer to launch day. The rationale for the delay made sense. CDPR wants to make sure the PS5 and Xbox Series XS versions are up top notch. However, the question why employees didn't know before the company tweeted the news needs an answer. We still don't know the ratios. Perhaps the people not told until Tuesday afternoon. It was a smaller population than first reported, but yeah. I don't know. I think it's exactly as Andrew said. It's communication might not be the greatest in the office. If we take these reports to be accurate, yeah.
DED did.
I don't.
Should we take any bets if it gets delayed again? You think, or do you think this is it?
Ask me after Tuesday. How about that?
Okay.
Ask me after Tuesday. It's election day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good point.
We'll see how the C for predictions go after Tuesday, and then anyway, yeah.
I don't think they can delay it again, to be honest. Like, this is the 4th delay, correct?
I
Or
believe-
like, I think the 4th release date, so maybe
Yeah.
the 3rd delay.
4th.
Third delay,
okay, sure.
but fourth released. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3rd delay. They're already working on a day 1 patch, part 2, the Electric Boogaloo. They can't really do it again. Like, they can't say, hey, we need to push back because we still have work to do.
Mhm.
Like, people are gonna riot.
I'm just waiting for them to be like, we're delayed again, and there's no PS4/Xbox One.
No, there's no
God.
PS5/Xbox.
I would
Series
think
X.
they push it to the new ones and not the old, right?
Well, to be honest, I think
If
they're
anything, I would
struggling
see
with,
them
like,
cutting the next gen releases in
Yeah.
favor of current.
Oh,
gen.
really?
Yeah.
Because-
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
I'll tell you why. Because
all basically great.
this was supposed to be a current gen game, right? It wasn't supposed to be next gen
Yeah.
originally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Well,
So
that
they've
is running on a PC, so but yeah.
Yeah, they've devved it for like PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
The
right?
streamlined development on this game started in 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think basically what they're struggling with is next gen stuff
Mhm.
at the moment. So I feel like what they may do, like delay wise, they're very well maybe a delay, but I think what they might do is push back next gen's release a couple of weeks
Okay.
and be
I-
like, you
you
can't
see-
get this game until blah blah blah.
Actually, I think this was the substitute for that. So if your CD Projekt, like the heads of the studio or whatever, I think it's like when they realize it's like, things aren't shaping up on like next gen as quickly as we wanted them to or whatever, they were faced with two options here. You either delay the entire game to launch all at once or whatever, because November 17th you would have both the PS5 and Series X available to you and whatnot. So you either delay the entire launch or into December like they did, or the other option they were presented with would be to launch on the current gen stuff and then a few weeks later launch on next gen stuff. So
that makes sense.
yeah, they were faced with either
So-
splitting the release or delaying the release, I think, and they chose to just delay the entire release.
So okay, so wait, what's coming for PS5 and Series X then on release date?
I mean,
Crash
it's like
Bandicoot? I don't know.
Call of Duty,
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed. I think is around that time.
Mhm.
There's a ton of games.
Godfall,
Yes,
Godfall,
Godfall's gonna be a PS5 launch title. Yeah.
Miles Morales
Bug
as well, right?
Snacks.
hmm
Yeah, heck yeah, bug snacks. We gotta have that acid trip, you know.
Oh yeah.
But like, yeah, this for people who were like picking up a next gen console and then wanting, a decent AAA game to play on it.
Kind of limited now, I guess. Yeah, this is one
RIP.
more option taken away from you.
I mean,
Play on
that's
Series X.
that's the perils of early adoption, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, Series X has nothing, dude.
Well, I mean, like you're gonna be able to play like your Call of Duties and stuff, which is a big game. I mean, for
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah. I'm sure it's
Assassin's
like a
Creed
console
probably a big
seller
game.
though, right? Like I'm not sure people.
Call of Duty
Not a console
Could
seller.
be a console seller, I think. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, but Call of Duty's more a PlayStation thing. Like,
Now it is. It used to be though. Xbox
Yeah, it used to be
all the way,
Xbox all the way. Yeah.
used to be.
They kind of just do whoever's in the lead.
Yeah, that was really
Isn't
a
Battlefield
generational.
at Microsoft now?
No,
Sorry?
Battlefield is still
Battlefield's
independent.
more
There's no
PC.
real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Battlefield is like kind of the PC one. Yeah.
Can't wait for Battlefield 2021. By the way, we have like a year to go. Yeah.
Oh,
Battlefield
don't-
4
don't-
turned
no.
7 the other day.
Yikes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Don't count it. Don't count on Battlefield 17, whatever the hell it is.
Okay.
No,
It'll be like
Um,
Battlefield 6.
Battlefield 6. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
fine. I don't know. This is interesting. You can't do what you can't do, I guess. But like, this is gonna hurt people who wanted a game to play on Series X specifically because
Yeah.
Series X doesn't have anything. So yeah,
All right. Yeah.
that's what I think.
Well, we wish the best to the developers of Cyberpunk. Good luck out
Hang
there,
in
guys. Yep.
Hang in there.
So, yeah.
At least they're working from home.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes
And
that's
they're in
almost worse because then you're like, yeah, I'm always working.
I wonder if that's part of it.
Yeah,
I wonder if
very
it's just
true.
like the drop in productivity from being at home has weighed on it a little bit. Yeah.
Probably.
Well,
Where
they
are they at?
reckon
Poland? I'm
Yeah,
not sure
they're in
what
Poland.
it's like
Yeah.
over there in terms of numbers of COVID.
they reckon the whole like working from home situation is more productive than working from an office.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of like CEOs
I don't
split
know.
on it and everything.
It probably
Like,
depends on what you're doing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
probably.
if you need access to certain things, it's probably better to be in the office, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyhow, moving right along. We got more good news. Hold on, let me close down a
Sick.
couple tabs here really quick. Sorry. There we go. Okay.
Oh.
Microsoft's new Halo game, which is Halo Infinite. This article was written by Jason Schreier for Bloomberg, so he has to like normalize it for the normies reading it. So Microsoft's new Halo game loses top director after project delay. Turbulence. This October 28th, 2020. Turbulence continues on Microsoft Corp's Halo Infinite video game with the departure of the project's director, Chris Lee, who oversaw production of Halo Infinite at 343 Industries, which is developing the game for Microsoft, is no longer working on it. He confirmed to Bloomberg News on Wednesday. Lee is the second top director on the project to leave in the past 2 years. He said, quote, "I have stepped back from Infinite and I'm looking at future opportunities," end quote. Oh, wait, sorry. I thought it was the end, but there's more. Anyway, I believe in the team and confident it will deliver a great game. Now is a good time for me to step away. The highly anticipated next Halo installment was originally slated to come out alongside Microsoft's launch of its next-gen Xbox Series X console in November. The game was delayed in early August, however, following poor fan reception to an early... How do you read?
It's hard.
I don't know.
Okay. The game was delayed in early August, however, so interruptive, the term is like, skippable phrase, basically.
Oxford comma or whatever it is.
Yeah, anyway. Following poor fan reception to an early public version. We might remember this when we talked about Halo. Yikes. Anyway, Lee's role was sidelined a few weeks later as Microsoft brought in Halo veteran Joe Staten to lead the single-player campaign and another senior executive, Pierre Hintze, to run multiplayer.
Not good.
This is not a good sign. If we remember what happened to Anthem,
oh boy.
Yeah. If we remember what happened to Anthem, one of the like key failures of the development of that game was lack of like top-down leadership. Due to high-level project leads entering and exiting the project almost at will over at BioWare. So
Okay, Bungie.
Yeah.
Please.
Are they working on this game? Oh no, they're not.
It's 343.
Please come back.
They're not. It's not good.
Yeah. All right. So what's the over/under on Halo Infinite being released this year too?
Oh no.
It's not coming out this year.
They didn't they push it back to just like December though?
No, I don't think so. I think I've got to next year.
Oh, did they? Okay.
I think.
Halo Infinite delay.
December 2020, apparently.
After the game was delayed to 2021 from its originally scheduled launch in November. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Never mind then on that. But yeah, that's still not a good sign.
Tired of
working on Halo. Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of Halo games. I'd be not surprised if you get burned out on a certain game.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Halo
Bungie
Infinite
made
Oddbook.
nothing but Halo since like Combat Evolved came out, so.
And then Destiny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could see that.
Halo Infinite art book hints at game's June 2021 release date.
Oh.
What?
June? Well, now it's probably
That would
not.
seem like a reasonable time period.
Judging
Maybe.
by Halo Infinite,
That's almost a
release date
year
remains to
delay
be-
from that's almost a year delay from when it's like when they announced the
okay.
delay.
So the art book is supposed to release in June,
Oh,
and they're
okay.
saying that the game will
I
probably
see.
follow.
That's
suit.
some reaching, but yeah.
Yeah.
Some Halo
Damn.
reaching.
Mhm.
How do I get someone from Discord?
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, damn. I don't know. This game didn't look good to begin with.
It's in rough shape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's in rough shape, dude.
2020 is in rough shape, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, the entire year.
It's wow. I mean, I guess I don't even care about Halo, so
Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent, TBH.
like obviously I want
Yeah.
to enjoy their game and I would love to enjoy it. Will I? I don't know.
Maybe.
There's a part of me who's like, I'm a pretty big Halo fan, apart from 4 and 5. There's a part of me that really wants this to work.
Hey, wait,
And
I'm a
really
big
wants
Halo fan, but just of half of the games.
a
That's
bit
more
over
than
half.
that's more than half.
Oh, okay, that's right. I forgot. There's
Yeah.
like
So you got 1, you got
ODST.
2, you got 3, you got ODST, you got Reach, you got Wars.
Wars is really good.
Wars is really good.
I didn't know you were counting that.
So I'm a fan of Halo until 343 came in, basically.
Halo Spartan Assault.
Oh, that's average. That's very
Okay.
average.
Like that, like
Um,
top down,
so
like
like a-
tactical Halo game.
yeah, yeah. Ow. But I don't know. I'm not confident with this at all. The trailer that they showed was very, very rough, as we know,
Mhm.
with top leadership leaving.
Again.
This is an Anthem situation.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like that game as a service
And-
too, right?
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I was going to mention that. Like, it's supposed to be games as a service. Like,
I don't understand why we can't just have like a good, solid, like just one-shot narrative Halo game and everything like we used to get and everything. Right? It's just like this is the Halo story that we want to tell in this specific game. Here it is. Enjoy multiplayer for the next 7 years as we work on the next title.
I get. If you look at the big games right now, though, they're all like, they don't necessarily have like multiplayer, or they don't have like narratives, right? Like
I know.
Fortnite
I know.
and all that stuff, right? So
mean-
they're just trying to build a platform that they can just make it
Monetize the
massive.
hell out of. Yeah.
right. And it's Halo. Like, I don't know if it carries the same weight as it used to, but like Halo, that was like the biggest thing for in Xbox forever.
It was like the biggest trope for people back in the Great Recession, Xbox Live and Halo and Modern Warfare 2. I watched a fascinating video, like documentary about it and everything, where it talked about how it's just like one reason why you didn't have like these like pretty much like one reason why like cultural society in the US among like young like unemployed people didn't like break down during the Great Recession is just they all had like one big unified experience on Xbox Live and how like popular it was. No, I'm serious. Like it's actually a really well argued like thing that he talked about. Anyway, yeah. What I'm saying is that we need one big cope for 2020, okay? And Halo Infinite isn't it, obviously.
It's so
Cyberpunk probably isn't it? Yeah.
Xbox is not launching with a Halo game.
Yeah.
No.
A new console is not. It's not. A Halo is not.
Okay, wait. Xbox isn't launching with any exclusive game
Zero
at all.
There has to be
Zero.
something.
No, zero. Zero exclusives.
Forza, not even a car.
No. None of them are launch exclusives.
Xbox
does not
Series X
one
launch titles.
launch
Let's see
exclusives.
here.
One lot. I'm
What's
not
the
saying
Xbox Series X launch games?
you don't need.
Because Phil Spencer said this a couple of months ago. They're not going to have exclusives for at least 1 to 2 years afterwards.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
the
We
whole-
talked a little bit about that.
Well,
Yeah, there's
well,
nothing
first
on
party.
here.
'Cause
Yeah.
they have like some stuff that's coming just to Xbox, probably. It's third party. Right?
Let's throw it into the Google machine really quick. 3 days ago from Eurogamer. I'll confirm launch games on release. What's Xbox Series X exclusive explained? Please just like, this is like a horrible format for this.
Give me a list. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't think of like a
Yeah, there's nothing like big. Like there's a few like indie games that I see around it for it, but yeah.
like what are those games?
12 minutes, Dead Static Drive, Exo 1, Lake, Last Stop, Mad Street, Sable,
Okay,
Shutters, Stop Me
Yeah,
If
you're
You.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. You can stop. Those are just not. I don't
Yeah.
know what those are.
Okay. So yeah, this is not it's not looking good for Halo.
So there won't be any purely Xbox Series X exclusive releases from first-party studios in the near future. Why did you jump down? Halo,
Because
so
website coding is hard.
yeah. Halo Infinite, Fable, State of Decay 3, Forza, which is coming. Nobody knows. They don't have a release date for it.
Oh, they don't. Oh no.
Everwild, don't have a release date for it. Avowed, don't have a release date for it. As Dusk Falls, don't have a release date for it. Stalker 2, don't have a release date. Like, they've got all these games, but no release dates.
To be fair, Stalker 2 won't come out till like 2022 probably.
I'm going to rant a bit here. This is the point of him making, like, since like 8 months ago. Microsoft has nothing.
They have
Nothing.
your PC. They own your, the operating system.
Yeah.
I mean, yay. The game department wise, they have nothing. Like,
That's just
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. But I don't know if it'll matter. I think enough third party will carry them until that happens.
Isn't that? I don't know. That's kind of ridiculous, though. IMO.
I mean, Sony doesn't have that many exclusives. They just have like Miles Morales, right? And like,
Right. Yeah. Crash,
Well,
right?
you've got
Dark Souls, right? That's pretty much it.
Demon Souls.
Demon Souls.
so you got Demon Souls, you got Godfall, you got Miles Morales.
Godfall
Morales.
is both, right?
Godfall is Gearbox.
PS5.
It's heavily
PS5
it's PS5 and Xbox. It's
Oh,
just-
okay.
No, it's not Xbox.
It's not?
Yeah, I think Godfall is just PS5. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was. I thought that was heavily marketing on PS5.
No, it's coming to PS5 and PC.
Oh shoot. Okay, I thought it was. It's probably a timed exclusive, right? It'll probably come event.
Godfall is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Counterplay Games and published by Gearbox Publishing. The game will be released on PlayStation 5 and Windows. It doesn't say anything about timed exclusive.
Oh, I totally thought that was a multi-plat game. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Well,
Not that the game looks exciting. Not that the game looks that great, but
yeah, but yeah.
so you got
the game.
you got Demon Souls, you got Spider-Man, you got Sackboy, you got Godfall, you got Bug Snacks,
Right. What's that?
Astro's Playroom, Destruction All Stars.
I'd say that one got delayed recently.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that did get delayed.
But they're giving it out for free, so I guess you can't complain.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Sackboy, Godfall, Bug Snacks, Astro's Playroom, Destruction All Stars, The Pathless,
That sounds familiar.
Valhalla, which isn't exclusive.
Yeah, okay. So I guess, there are some, if you're looking into like wanting games to be able to just play on your system, I guess,
Yeah.
PS5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
I
well,
mean, exclusives win a generation war, but not that there is really a war anymore, but still.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, you could ask a lot of people, probably. Going to the front lines.
well, this isn't a great look. Yeah.
You-
Okay. Yeah. Anything else to talk about Halo Infinite and everything outside of it's going to be Anthem, the next version of Anthem? I don't know.
I hope it's not Anthem.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. Okay.
But
All right. Well, last
Please be
story.
Anthem.
Yeah. Huh?
Please be Anthem. I really want 343 to really stuff up so then they learn.
Wow.
I mean,
okay.
they need to do. They need. 5 was crap. 4 was horrendous.
Sure.
Yeah, 4
Infinite's
was, like,
looking
decent.
even worse. Well, 4 was pretty bad.
4 is
Infinite's
mixed.
looking even worse.
Yeah.
They need to really mess up and learn from their mistakes. Seriously, they need to get back to basics.
Yeah.
maybe Halo just isn't,
Isn't jiving anymore.
Yeah, maybe you just can't make a good Halo game anymore.
Yeah. Maybe it's impossible. Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, but look at Master Chief Collection on PC. Look at how big that was.
Well, yeah, it's
I mean,
'cause
that
it's
was more like because it had never been on PC since like Halo 2 and
nostalgia.
like nostalgia. Yeah, nostalgia.
Nostalgia game. But I mean, if they did like a Halo 2-esque Halo game,
And I mean, the ports aren't even that great on the Master Chief Collection either.
I guess you could just make a good sci-fi shooter, right?
Right.
But
yeah.
I don't think Microsoft is interested in making a single-player
All
sci-fi
right.
shooter.
Mass Effect 4. Okay.
oh hell no.
Mass Effect 4. It's coming down the pipe, ladies and gents.
I'm sure it will.
Well, it depends on. I'm thinking it'll be called like Mass Effect 4 because they're probably gonna continue like in the like Shepherd
I
area
hope
of
not,
stuff.
but,
So just don't.
Wait, what was-
Andromeda flopped.
Andromeda, right?
What's up?
Andromeda. I was forgetting what
Yeah.
Mass Effect 4
Yeah,
was called.
That game is about to turn 4 years old, by the way.
Holy moly.
Let's buy it.
I have it still.
Probably fine now, right? It was whatever. We don't need to go down this.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's not. I haven't played it in 4
Wait.
years. I couldn't tell you.
Dragon Age Inquisition Part 5, whatever it is.
God.
What's that? Dragon Age 5?
Yeah.
Something like that.
yeah.
4? Yeah, it's 4.
4.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Good lord.
So last story of the day. You guys remember how last week or not last week? Last podcast talked about how the Biden campaign had their own Animal Crossing island and whatnot. Well, you know how we joked about Fortnite being the next frontier? Guess what? We were right. We were 100% right. Okay.
Where are we dropping, boys?
Yep. Let's drop to Build It Back Better Island. All right. It's coming to us from The Verge, written on Halloween, as of a couple hours ago, actually. Hot off the presses, okay? The Biden-Harris campaign has launched a Build Back Better map in Fortnite. Players can complete challenges tied to the campaign's platform. Go to a area in the game called No Malarkey Station, okay? With just a few days to go before the November 3rd U.S. presidential election, former Vice President Joe Biden's campaign has launched a new custom map in Fortnite. First reported by Mashable, the Build Back Better with Biden map is located in Reboot City and is aimed at promoting the campaign's message that the environment and economy are connected. The solo-player adventure-type map takes about 20 to 30 minutes to play and made its debut Friday night. Our digital program is built around how people spend time and the most effective ways to reach them in those places. Christian Tom, the Biden campaign's director of digital partnerships, said in a statement to The Verge, "We see interactive digital-first experiences like gaming as an opportunity to bring our campaign to a new place and platform. The custom Fortnite map is substantive, approachable, and a fun way to reach and mobilize voters." Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, anyway.
Cool. All
All right, quick take on it, because Andrew, you have to go.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. So is this made by the Fortnite people, or it's like that the campaign made an island that you could just like custom drop into in custom games?
I think it's a custom thing. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So this was not made by Epic.
No.
Okay.
You know, random fact, Build Back Better is actually copy and pasted from England,
Interesting.
from
I didn't
Boris
understand it
Johnson's
at all.
campaign,
Okay.
because
But
that's his whole campaign slogan.
I guess this is. I mean, yeah, you take the biggest game, well, one of the biggest games out there, and do something with it, right? I mean, what are we doing? It's like, you know, before you drop in with the boys, make sure you drop your ballot off at your local polling station.
God. Okay.
Ugh. No comment.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's probably pretty tacky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're trying to reach young voters, this may
The
be-
youngins, yeah.
The 12-year-olds, you're trying to reach the 12-year-olds.
Well, I don't know how it is, but actually in California, there actually is a proposition that will allow people to vote if like they turn like 18 the year of or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
6. I forgot what the actual number is, but like if you turn a certain age of the year on the election year, but you're not yet there, you'll be able to vote.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Probably because that's the only people Democrats attract.
yeah, I mean, just California.
Young
right? So, I
people,
mean,
yeah. Yeah.
Of course, but like, I don't know. It's important for young people to vote, obviously.
Right. All right. Andrew, plug anything before you gotta go?
Yes, next week, extra live stream. I hope I make it.
Okay. Good luck.
I don't know. I can't make promises that I'll make the 20 hours.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have fun goals too.
Yeah.
You know, donation goal, like, hey, you donate some odd amount of money, maybe I'll just eat this hot pepper here. So come on in. It'll be fun. I'll probably die.
I'll probably pop in throughout the day.
Yeah, come say hi. I'll be around doing whatever.
Yeah.
So that's on twitch.tv/Duronsky,
Okay.
which is also my Twitter, and I think maybe even my Extra Life page. I should hopefully get an article up on the site about the Extra Life page if you want to donate. If anybody wants to join the team, you know, you can just a click away of doing that as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Other than that,
Hope to see you next time. Have fun Halloween.
yeah. Well, enjoy.
All right. Yeah. Good one. Do I even bother fixing the overlay? Yeah, probably. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Move this. Oh, hello. That's all wonk. Okay. It's all wonk. It's all
Oh my
wonk.
goodness, I keep getting notifications.
From Discord?
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
The wonk.
Does your girl know you're busy?
Yes, she does, but she does it anyway. Biden doing Fortnite, eh?
Yeah. That's a load of malarkey, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, where's Trump? Come on, dude.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, digital engagement has not really been a thing Republicans do historically, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Like, if you look back at some of the stuff surrounding like Obama's like campaign and everything, they say it's like the big reason why he won in like 2008 the first time was because like he leveraged the internet, which was not nearly as developed and mainstream as it is today. But yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I think I was the one who said like 2 weeks ago or something. I'll take all credit. Why not? I was the one who said about Fortnite. But I mean, it makes sense for them to go into Fortnite like Republicans or Democrats. It really does.
Yeah.
Like, Fortnite's got a large player base.
Right.
Yes, it is like predominantly children and whatnot now.
Mm-hmm.
Weaponized children, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, I was kind of expecting it.
Right.
I'm not.
I'm okay with this just because it wasn't like Epic doing this themselves. It was like a custom map that they did build themselves. But
So like Epic's not getting political.
right, exactly.
Basically.
Yeah.
I'm someone who feels like politics don't belong in gaming at all.
Okay.
You play games to escape from reality. I know that sounds bad, but you know, let's like you have a hard day at work. You come home, you might want to drive some cars or shoot some
fly
people.
a plane or something. I don't know.
Fly a plane, exactly. So you don't want to be like working a hard day, particularly around election time, hearing like election ads on the radio or on TV.
All sorts of election
whatever.
text messages. Yeah.
And then you go in and play Fortnite. Oh, great. I feel like it's.
Yeah, it's a little bit much,
there
right?
should be like a law or something in place.
Okay. That's fair.
Stopping.
Yeah. Like
that kind of
maybe
stuff.
something that regulates like the bluntness of the political messages or something.
Basically,
Yeah. Like.
Basically.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it makes sense they're doing it, but I don't really like it. In all honesty, like it's
does make
honestly
sense.
kind of cringe. Like
It is, yeah.
yeah, it's
Well, I mean,
yeah.
let's be honest here. The Democrats are pretty desperate.
Oh,
Let's be
culture
honest.
of politics,
Like,
everyone. Yeah,
I'm being honest. Come on now.
yeah. I don't know. It's like the whole thing. It's like you see like AOC stream on Twitch or whatever the other day. And it's like yeah, it's like that was pretty cringe. Also, in all honesty, it's like yeah, okay, I'm not.
She was playing Among Us, I think.
Yeah, it's like I'm not going further down, but yeah, it's like I don't want to say know your target audience, but like what sentiment does it have if like the 8-year-old is like bombarded with Biden campaign messages? 8-year-olds can't vote.
I mean,
Yeah.
Very true. Like, no, I mean, I feel like the whole adult side of things has gone over to Warzone or something like that now.
Right. Yeah.
Because Ninja's not playing Fortnite anymore. A lot of like adult gamers don't play Fortnite. They play Warzone or they play Apex or something like that. Fortnite is very much, because it's on every platform, it's similar to Minecraft. It's mainly filled with like children. So I completely understand the whole like what audience are you going for? It's a bit of a weird thing to do, like Fortnite wise. If it was in Warzone or something, that might make sense. But Fortnite's a very interesting choice.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's I don't like this whole marketing ploy. I don't think it's got any place in gaming, no matter which party you are or who you support. Or which country you're in. There's no place for politics in video games.
Right, like I don't think Australians want to see that either when they go play Fortnite. Yeah.
No chance. Like I don't want to see because we call them premiers over here, not governors. I don't want to see like state premiers with all their election material in games. No way.
Yeah, right. That's ridiculous, honestly.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's stupid and it's dumb.
Yeah.
So I think these people are. I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's a desperate move. Really.
Okay. Yeah. It's like I guess like the long story short, the takeaway message is like, do not get your political efficacy from Fortnite. Let's go with that. Okay.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Whatever.
yeah. All right. I think that's gonna wrap it up for news. So, what games are releasing?
Wait. I've got to find the.
I don't even think any games are releasing.
No, I really don't. Isn't it? Dang. Getting into it. June, July, August, September, October. Pikmin 3 came out on October the 30th. Interesting.
Okay.
So let's see. To the 8th. Okay, so we have Jurassic World Evolution Complete Edition, which is going to Switch on November the 3rd. This is going to be your favorite game, Taylor. Chicken Police. Hell yeah. It's going to PC, PS4, Xbox One on November the 5th.
Okay.
Dirt 5 is going to PC, PS4, Xbox One, PS5, Xbox Series X and S on November the 6th / November the 10th for Series X and S. Paw Patrol Mighty Pups.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
It's going to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on November the 6th as well. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered is going to PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch on November the 6th and November the 13th for Switch. If you haven't played that, that is a very, very, very good Need for Speed game. It was like, remember Criterion, the people who did Burnout?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they did this Need for Speed. It's a 2013 game, really, really good. I highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is basically it for this week. Next week we have the Series X and S console launch on November 10th. So that is something to look forward to as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's it for this week.
All right. Awesome. So where can people find you on like Twitter?
I'm at SoMatman19. I don't really tweet a whole heap. I run the site social media. So if you're wanting to get in contact with me, you can do so through our community Discord, our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, wherever you can find us. I'm there. And I also monitor like YouTube comments and podcast comments as well, like on whatever platforms
Okay.
you listen to podcasts. So yeah.
Nice. All right. You can find me on Twitter at Inferius7809. That is at INFERIUS7809. And it's mostly anime over there. That's what I keep Twitter for. So hit me up over there. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, give or take a little bit. So, yep, stay safe, stay healthy, all that fun. 2020 is almost over. And here's to a better next year. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Where is the outro? There it is.